Hello dear viewers, my name is Fardin Nouri and I'm an immigration consultant in Germany. As you know, in my previous video I explained for you the requirements for getting a permanent residence card for family members of European Union and European Economic Area citizens and how they can get this type of residence card in Germany. Today I would like to explain for you the requirements for a residence card for family members of the citizens of European Union and the family members of the citizens of European Economic Area or the citizens of Iceland, Liechtenstein, and Norway, and how they can get this residence card in Germany. It's worth mentioning that the EU stands for European Union and EEA stands for European Economic Area, which among other countries includes Iceland, Liechtenstein, and Norway. In addition, although Germany is also a EU country, but the requirements for getting a residence permit and a permanent residence permit for the family members of German citizens are different, which I have already explained them for you in this YouTube channel. Here, the family members of EU citizens and the family members of EEA citizens mean the spouse, same-sex partner, or relatives of the EU and European Economic Area citizens in ascending and descending line. For example, their parents, their children, and their grandchildren. In fact, as a family member of the European Union and European Economic Area citizens, you also have the right to freedom of movement like the European Union and European Economic Area citizens when you come together with your family member who has a European Union or European Economic Area citizenship, or if you join him or her later in Germany. You need then, at the latest after 3 months of your residence in Germany, a residence card based on which you can then live in Germany for a longer period of time. Based on the Freedom of Movement Act of European Union, this residence card is issued to those family members who are not citizens of one of the European Union or European Economic Area countries and who are living together as a family with citizens of European Union or European Economic Area countries were entitled with freedom of movement. This residence card is generally issued for 5 years. It gives you the right of entry, residence, working as an employed person or as a self-employed person in Germany. Now we should know what the requirements for a residence card for the family members of the European Union citizens and the citizens of European Economic Area are. First, as an applicant, you're not a national of a European Union member state or of Iceland, Liechtenstein, or Norway. Second, right of freedom of movement applies. In fact, as a family, you only enjoy a right of residence derived from the European Union or European Economic Area citizen if he or she has a right of free movement, for example, as an employee, self-employed, or as an unemployed person. Third, you have a family relationship with a citizen of the European Union or European Economic Area. Fourth, you are living with the European Union or European Economic Area citizen in a family unit. If you have completed these requirements, you can refer to your respective Ausländerbehörde, which in English means Foreigners Office, or to your Landesamt or to your Landratsamt and apply for a residence card. And one of these offices which is responsible for you will issue for you this card within 6 months. Until your residence card is issued by one of these offices, your residence in Germany is legal. This residence card is usually issued for you for 5 years. The documents they usually ask for in order to process your application are as below. First, application form, the name of which is Antrag auf Ausstellung eine Aufenthaltskarte. This application form should be filled out and submitted to them. Second, valid passport. Third, one current biometric photo. Fourth, proof of relationship with the European Union or European Economic Area citizen. For example, through a birth certificate, marriage certificate, or partnership certificate. It's worth mentioning that for all foreign documents, you should provide an authenticated translation, which in German means beglaubigte Übersetzung, possibly with an additional apostille or confirmation of authenticity or legalization. In fact, depending on your country of origin, you may also need an apostille or confirmation of authenticity issued by a German consular official for your documents. Fifth, confirmation of registration in the city or Meldebestätigung of the European Union or European Economic Area citizen. Sixth, proof of the right to freedom of movement of the European Union or European Economic Area citizen. For the employees, current certificate from the employer stating the type and duration of employment. For self-employed workers, business registration or Gewerbeanmeldung, tax number, current tax assessments or Steuerbescheide. For non-employed persons, proof of health insurance and means of subsistence. Seventh, proof of the residence in your current city, either through a certificate of registration at the main residence or Meldebestätigung, or through an apartment rental contract and written confirmation of occupancy from the landlord. 8. Proof of health insurance. It's worth mentioning that in case of your recent entry, the Foreigner's Office or Landratsamt may also require your visa if it's required for your entry into Germany. If you're joining a reference person who is doing his or her studies, the Foreigner's Office or Landratsamt may also ask for admission letter of the university or certificate of enrollment of your reference person. In addition, they may also ask for proof of means of subsistence and proof of health insurance. In individual cases, some more documents may also be required. Thanks a lot for watching my video. If you have any questions concerning the details presented in this video, please do not hesitate to post them below this video and I will be more than happy to answer them for you.